petty all the time. I'm petty all the time.
Baby, welcome to the party.
Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time. Give me a P. Give me a E. Give me a T. T. Y. I'm petty all the time.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode with your favorite girls Petty Party Podcast. It is your girl Jori, Aaliyah, aka Aaliyah Gabor.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Shelly Shell, aka Egypt if you nasty.
Hey everyone, it's just Nick checking in.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Paulette coming out the set. What's good?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Crystal, aka Champagne Chris, aka Chrissy F. Baby. Please say the baby. And we have a guest today.
Yo.
He gonna introduce himself.
Yo, it's your boy Josiah, aka Chief Jos.
Hey.
What up?
What's up? Welcome back, actually.
No, welcome
if you're an OG, you know
understand.
Josie's been here before.
Thank
you, on to bigger and better things. So we're here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about to catch up
man.
on.
Look where we came, man. I'm proud of y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
No, for real. Again.
And I hope everyone is ready because this episode is going to be really, really good.
We're gonna get into some things, y'all, for real.
But before we get into that, Josie, do you want to tell us about what you've been recently working on and projects you've been on?
Yeah, man. Well,
Okay.
I mean, if you haven't seen it yet, man, I'm on MTV's The Love Experiment, something I would call probably the most unique, different dating show experience out right now. So it was a wild ride. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. It's on MTV, Hulu, all that, Paramount Plus.
Nice.
Very crazy,
YouTube TV
unique show. And it's been a lot of fun. I don't want to ruin it for the people who haven't seen it.
Oh, that's
but
low
also,
key. Okay.
we can still to give some details on it. Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah, that was honestly, I really enjoyed watching this show. Like,
Really?
I was talking to them. I was
Yeah.
like, dang, like this is good.
I
Yeah, I know.
needed y'all. I needed that support.
It was
man.
awesome, just like, dang, knowing like he's from Dallas and we know him personally.
Not you fangirl.
No,
I'm just saying,
like-
that's lit to me. Like, dang,
No,
and
yeah.
you Nigerian Igbo, what's good?
Come on,
Like,
man.
come on, like,
Not from
one
the
time for us.
I think
okay?
you definitely put on.
You did.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That was definitely
You
the
did.
plan. The plan was to go out there and find love, but at the same time, I'm on camera for the first time, so I have to represent my people, the culture, all
Right.
that. So
So I did want to ask a question about that. So as you're filming like a reality TV, are you super cognizant of like where the cameras are at all times? Or were you just like forgot about it after a while?
yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When you first kind of get into that whole arena, the cameras being mic'd up, and then you have like the hidden cameras, like all
Yeah.
different things.
Right.
You don't know what to trust really. So
Yeah, yeah.
initially, it was tough just sitting in the green rooms doing like the
Right.
little confessionals. Like it was weird at first, but after a while, they make sure you have enough liquor.
No,
So the
His
liquor
confessionals are always the
helps.
best.
right.
Yeah.
But Josie, you're the only one moving with sense.
Yeah.
You're
No.
the only one
yeah?
moving with sense.
That's true.
yes.
Thank you.
Some people were moving like they didn't know cameras were on them, like guys.
Are you sure? I feel like some people were moving like they knew cameras were on them.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
I feel
man.
like if you look at it like that, I feel you. But
It's unscripted TV, so we there was no script literally, so people were really being the real selves on there, whether good or bad.
crazy.
And what I like about the show, because it's called The Love Experiment, but what I liked is you actually kind of saw the thought process of, because sometimes you just see people choosing and you don't really see their thought process. And a lot of the times there are reasons for why they chose and didn't choose certain people I did not agree with.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to lie. I don't know if it like, Kevin Samuels was probably just like, will be so happy because sometimes I'd be like, bro, stop calling this therapist and call Kevin because
Yes.
some of these people need to be going home.
No, for real.
So
Like you keep picking your same type over and over. Like, I don't know.
But that's
Yeah, we're gonna
Also,
get into that.
sorry,
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that.
It's a lot
Yeah,
to
there's a lot to
unpack,
get
man.
into.
But also to add to that, I feel like that's just the story of women.
We were talking about this earlier. I'm like, gosh, women, we just our pickings are a little.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But we're going to start, and since we're talking about relationships, we're going to go ahead and jump into the Moto.
Okay.
Mine or the other. And that's just our advice column for those of y'all who are new tuning in. And
Oh, it's an
so
advice calling out. Okay, great.
Oh, y'all giving
Okay.
advice now?
Write in for if you want some
Oh.
advice. Okay, I like that.
is that not what it is?
I didn't. I thought
It
we just
is.
checked. We just.
It
But
is
I feel you.
definitely an
Advice.
advice
Yeah.
column.
Dang,
All right, I'm gonna add that to my resume.
Yes.
I
This
guess
Successfully
part-time
have
advice.
ran a
advice column.
a blog for a while now.
We
so.
just learned what Moto is, and now we learning this advice.
Let's
That's
do it.
cool. Okay, so it's called "The Guy I've Been Dating Blocked Me on Everything." No explanation. Feel sis. Felt. We're both 27. First met on the Hinge app in April. He was actively pursuing me and very communicative every day. He came across as very lovely and kind, always checked up on me, and just generally sweet. We met up a few weeks later and have been going on dates since. We spoke on the phone almost every night for hours. I last spoke to him on Sunday and things were fine. I sent him a message on Monday and Wednesday checking up on him. It said he had read it. Normally when he reads a message, he replies straight away, but I dismissed that. I woke up this morning and saw that he's blocked me on every single social media platform. Blocked my number 2. No explanation whatsoever. I'm very
They
confused.
must have had sex. That's okay.
No, she did something.
Oh,
He has a
so-
girlfriend.
something- something
What?
bad.
What are y'all? What are y'all saying? She did something.
Yeah, she did.
Wow.
She
Wow.
said,
Blocked
I'm
everywhere,
very
like,
confused and
dang.
shocked. I don't know what I've done. I felt pretty hurt and lost. Has anyone else ever gone through this, and how did you deal with it?
No,
Wow.
He has
but he has a girlfriend. I want to say that.
I wouldn't
Yes.
jump all the way to
Yeah,
that.
you did something.
But something definitely happened.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a similar situation where
Same.
I've caught ghosts, and it wasn't because of that. It was just some things happened in the moment that, looking back on it now, I should feel like I should have addressed it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't feel like I needed to address it, and I just kind of left it at what it was. So
So
it
you
could be-
blocked?
just because of depending on how the person is. You know, some women are kind of aggressive. There.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you in this particular situation,
Okay.
were things going like okay, and then you just kind of like cold turkey, or it was already a trickle down of like
Or
this
was
not
it like
gonna work.
just like a red flag?
For me, I kind of saw the red flag.
See,
Okay.
she said that everything was going well though.
But to
you
her,
To her.
Yeah.
You can think that
To her.
and it don't be.
I told y'all last episode, men will up and just leave you just because they feel like it. You did something, they're just like, I'm
too.
done
I
with
mean,
it.
like-
women
too.
do the same
Women
thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
not as much as men.
No.
Men, like, literally one little thing, it's like out of nowhere.
I do
blocked.
think that
That's
women,
how I am. Shit.
I think women can see a little bit more past the red flags. You know, like they're like,
We
oh, you
see
know,
green.
it might be a red flag, but maybe it's a yellow flag, and I can change it.
We turn it
But
to
I
green.
do think that, and we've talked about this in past episodes, where men have like hard stops. You know, men have hard stops, and if they see it, they ain't going with it. And
Yeah.
like you said, you ghosted her. I've actually never ghosted nobody, and I feel like I should.
You feel like you should? Or you feel like that's good?
No, I feel like I should. I feel like I should have ghosted people in my past, but I
Yeah.
didn't have the courage to.
I was just so scared of running out into them outside. So it's like, what's the point of ghosting? I'm going to see you again, so you're not a ghost.
Yeah. Okay. So then,
So-
okay.
No,
Good
yeah,
question.
I
Some
can see
people
how
have to
you're
learn
still
how-
a ghost. You're
sometimes
still a
you have
ghost.
to learn how to accept being ghosted. Sometimes that ghosted may be your blessing. Like, you know what I'm
True.
saying? Look at it from both ways. Like, rather you get ghosted or go through emotional roller coaster with somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Low key.
That's true.
If that's, just
That's-
looking at it from the other
But
side.
then, how do you handle that? Like, how do you handle
Yeah.
somebody that you might have ghosted in the past and you see them out?
Yeah.
I mean,
y'all
honestly,
speak?
I will handle it the same way. I'm not gonna
That's
act
what-
funny. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? If I see you, I'll
I'm
still
the queen
adjust
of
it.
dramatics.
Because it's never like a beef or anything, you know.
Yeah, I would just act like you kind of don't exist. It doesn't have to be beef, but like we don't have
I'm not
to
finna
really
come up and just be like,
dap
hey,
you up, be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
I'm
like
not
you're
ducking you.
still
You
like.
know, life goes on, you know.
type
I
shit.
mean, I don't know.
But I
Not
feel
gonna
like
lie.
honestly, I feel
I
like
just-
if more people, aka the girl I'm speaking to in the Moto, I feel like if more people adopted a mindset of like people are really temporary in your life, you know what I mean, then she would be a little bit okay, because I'm at a point where it's like now I don't expect everybody to be here forever. You know what I mean? I do think that some people come in your life and they're here for a season, and that's okay. Like I think that sometimes we drag people along the ride and they're not meant to be there. And so like Josie said, I think that like she can consider this a blessing. Like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you ghost me and I think things go well, that is my blessing. Like, cool, I'm glad that you got yourself out of here, because I don't need people in my life like this. Like I'm not gonna lie, like you really will never hear from me again. So like I'm glad.
I do agree with you in the aspect that people are in your life for a season, but at the same time, like the way dating is going, it's so murky, you know, like sex is basically involved in absolutely like everything we do. You know, like just like some type of physical touch, you know? So when you add that into dating and now you're like, people are temporary, I think it just gets really, really
murky.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
I mean, but well, maybe a resolution could be maybe hold off a little bit longer until until they have established that, like, okay,
There's nothing wrong with that. Like, what's
Yeah,
wrong with
yeah,
that? Like, you got to build a foundation.
Yeah.
You know, don't
Yeah,
get too much
'cause
too soon.
Exactly.
You know?
'cause,
Definitely.
I mean, and it's not to say that holding off is gonna, that could eliminate that issue, because you could still experience ghosting. You made them wait 6 months or whatever. But I do feel like if that's what you're worried about and you're dating, then yeah, you are gonna have to, establish a little bit more of a foundation with these men when you are dating. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like once you establish that foundation, you have more respect for the person. You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's like
true.
I
That's
respect you. I look at you in a different light. We have this chemistry. We kind of been through not a lot, but
Right.
enough for me to have the courtesy. You know what I'm saying, or the decency to at least be more open to be a little bit emotionally available for you. So
True.
That's it.
But I mean, I
will
been in
say-
situations like that, and like,
I will say, not to
Doesn't end
contradict
well.
what y'all are saying, because I mean, what y'all are saying does sound good. It does sound good, but I do think it just sounds good. Like, you know what I mean? Because in the reality, because it's one thing to say, okay, me and this guy, we're going on a couple dates. I'm also dating other people. I'm closed off. Like, I haven't made myself emotionally available to this person. But she's at a stage where she has, like, she's wide open. She truly likes him. Like, he's texts her all the time. Like, they're going on
Right.
dates. She's thinking like she's met her match, and she's 27. It's not like she's young and she's just
yeah.
like dating like frivolously. Like, she's dating like seriously. And when you meet that person and you're texting that person and they're not responding, I'm not gonna lie, knowing the type of person I am, I'm thinking something happened to you.
Yeah.
Are you in
Oh,
jail?
definitely.
My mind's immediately racing. Then if I
man.
go to a social media platform and see that you have blocked me from your life, I'm not gonna be like, you know what? It's a blessing from God. No, I am
yeah, I'm
upset.
gonna actually, I'm probably
Oh,
gonna actually like.
absolutely.
it was like
mean,
you
yeah,
definitely
that's what I'm
take it
saying.
personal. I was really checking on your
Yeah, I might even have to pull up because like, what's going on?
Wellness check.
pulling up
Yeah,
is crazy.
yes.
Pulling up is crazy.
Y'all, like, can you imagine being emotionally invested with someone?
I can,
being intimate
but
with
like-
someone.
yes,
vulnerable with
yes,
no.
yes,
Just
I
let me
can.
land first. Being vulnerable with someone, like literally introduce them to your family, like literally this person you're met, and then they just block you. You gonna tell me you're not pulling? I'm pulling.
I'm not
all the way
pulling
up.
up.
in
That's-
the
I'm
front
not pulling
yard.
up.
What's up? Where
Pulling
you
up
at?
is like
No.
like I have to really be committed.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm like. They're dating.
I
They're
was
not even in a
committed to-
relationship.
I mean,
don't pull
I
up
was-
unless you're my girl.
That's
Like,
what.
no.
Thank
Unless
you.
you're in a
And even
relationship.
then, well, yeah.
But pause. A lot of so disclaimer. A lot of you men be moving around with women and making it seem like they're your girl. So I'm sorry. Like when you put that type of energy out there and you get that type of reaction, don't be shocked.
Yeah.
If you're treating a girl like she's your girl, what is she gonna assume?
But
But at the same
time,
No,
a lot of
don't do
girls
it. Don't say
can't
it.
wait to just say a nigga is theirs, and
You
they
know what I'm
just be
saying?
like, and
We
they
love
get
to
outside and they
take
be
that-
like,
those are
my man, my
different.
man, my
Love
man,
to
my
jump
man.
that
Those are outliers.
You know, it's
There's
just like,
outliers.
come on, we ain't even there yet, baby.
Exactly.
You know, my man, my man, my man. Yeah.
No, that house you supposed to refer to them in. Like, I don't
You know,
know.
we
Somebody
dating.
you're dating.
Because I mean, why?
We go together. We go together
Isn't he
real bad.
supposed to make
real
you feel
bad.
good? Like,
Real
isn't he
bad.
supposed to treat you right and do
Josie,
that?
there's levels to that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's levels to that. Like
There
there
is,
was a
there
meme
is.
that we posted on our page where it's like, I actually be treating these men like hoes. Like some of these men be treating these girls like wives. Like y'all just dating, but you treating them as your wife. Like you doing a lot.
I mean, at this
There's
age, we're kind of
stages.
preparing for
You
marriage.
can't prepare-
So it's hard to not kind
Not
of
with
come
everybody,
into.
though.
Nah, not with everybody. Not with everybody.
But these men, every woman has received the treatment. It's like no. See, that's for a special person.
Another thing is you got to realize a lot of these guys have never been in serious relationships, and we're getting old, and they're
You know
looking for
what?
that now. So it's like, come on, man, like.
Josie has a point.
I gotta do something different. I ain't
But
never
still.
did this before. Like I need to start.
Y'all are losing the plot. Because the thing is, a lot of times guys be doing that and have no expectation of the relationship going anywhere. That's the
no,
problem.
for real.
Just going on vibes and
yeah.
and
Being
dates.
on vibes and then have the audacity to be like, hey, friend.
Okay, no, don't play
No,
with
they're
me.
not serious.
But
Yeah.
y'all, I mean, y'all smart. Y'all
you know,
yet.
right?
Yeah.
Very.
I mean, as far as the ghosting, I'm gonna just say how to handle it. Take it on the chin, man. Dating isn't always gonna be sweet.
Yeah.
You really you have to go on it with the open mind. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna, regardless, learn something from this encounter or whatever
Right.
it is. So, don't take it to heart. Move on. Just know that person wasn't meant for you, and
Right.
look at it as a blessing. Period.
Definitely
I feel
gonna have
that.
to kiss some frogs for
Straight
sure.
like that.
That's it.
Y'all heard it from Josie.
It's been happening.
The
It's happened
love
to the best
expert.
of us. Trust. It's happened to the best of us.
Right.
It happened to everybody, man.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and move into our Petty Chronicle. And usually one of us does this or we have someone that writes in. But since we have our guests with us, and it's actually crazy because on the show, they actually asked a really good question.
Okay.
What was the...
I know it's going to be something.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
That's the question, and you never got an opportunity to handle it because some shit had popped off.
Or maybe you handled it and we just didn't get to
we
see
didn't get to see it. It was
Yeah.
edited. So the question is, what is the pettiest thing you've ever done after a breakup?
The pettiest thing I've ever done. I mean, the thing is, when it comes to relationships and breakups, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that petty, man. Because whoever I'm with, like, I really
Respect.
I'm really heartbroken by the breakup, man. So I haven't really done no petty shit after a breakup. Man.
Okay.
I guess the most pettiest thing would probably be announcing subliminally that I was single again. Maybe.
Oh, that's
Like,
petty.
you know
That's
what I'm
petty
saying?
though.
But
Especially as a
So
guy.
do you feel like
just
young
because
Jeezy?
it's like, because you always go out and everybody will be, yeah, I probably say that's the most petty thing, but I don't like to play those.
But do you
petty
feel
games.
like you have to announce it before she does? Like, do you feel like it's a competition where it's like, okay, you know what? Let me put it out there before she puts it out there, and it actually like hurts me.
Nah, it's not a disclaimer. I mean, sometimes, you just got to put that bat signal out there a little bit, just to,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Do you
I
feel like-
that was probably the pettiest thing I ever done?
Okay, so do you feel like once you put that out there, like it's done, like there's no going
Yeah.
back?
I mean, you could go back depending on
there's
how
always
it back,
opportunity
but
to
I
go
mean,
back.
it's just, we're not doing it with ill intention, right?
I'm not
You
gonna
know what
lie
I'm saying?
though. You put out something like that, you better be ready to stand on that.
No,
Period.
for real. That's how I feel.
It ain't no going back with me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
but
you single, you real single,
but like,
But I mean,
real bad.
that's the truth though, right?
and that's fine. But again, some people do go back. Like some people, y'all put that out, and they back together with who.
But it's
so
cool.
Even
but-
if it's subliminal, like,
It's
you know,
cool.
if you know, you know. If you
that
don't,
bullet was
still
for you,
ain't.
and you got it. Like,
no,
not
but do y'all?
everybody
If I catch that bullet, it's stand on that.
That's why it's
Stand on
petty,
that.
right?
shot.
I would never do that now, but that's why it's
Yeah.
petty,
Yeah.
right?
Do people really even do that? Because
Still,
if
yeah.
I
Oh,
break
yeah.
up,
I be
I'm
catching
not
people's
posting
subs.
shit.
I'm like,
You know,
dang,
like
that's somebody.
you ain't gonna know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
My thing is also,
Yeah.
hold on, let me ask you this though. Timeline, does the timeline matter? I didn't do it like right after the breakup, but if it's been some time,
How
a
long?
couple
Oh,
of
it don't
months,
How long?
You know what I'm saying? If it's
It kinda does make a difference.
If it's 2 months, 3 months,
Oh,
this
yeah.
was 2
We're
months.
We're done.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
But
done.
still,
We're done.
you
We
know,
made
you got,
it that
you got
far.
people
We're
on
done.
your page every day. It's
that's
still,
like I feel like it's still a dagger for,
Yeah.
as the woman.
Really?
So that's what I'm saying. You still be ready to stand.
Yeah.
on
No,
it.
Because
Like,
you know
as a
what?
man,
2 months.
ain't
Yeah. No, yeah.
If we made it to 3 months, we didn't get back.
Yeah.
We're
No,
done. Like,
no,
we're
because here's
done.
the thing.
We're
You know what's so
done. It's safe
crazy?
to
So
say.
recently, people ask me like, okay, how long have you been single? And it's kind of hard for me to say because like there's a time where you're like stop being together, but
Oh yeah, y'all still together?
you're still together.
it's the day we stop being together.
But
Everything else
how do you
doesn't
know?
count.
How do you really know? Like, is it when y'all had your last fight? Like, what you know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
Exactly.
what?
That's what
2 months.
What is the criteria for that y'all are actually just
broken
done?
up. That's what I'm saying.
I
2 months
know.
really isn't that long
I
because
feel like
there's
each
still residuals.
person has their own
Yeah,
end date.
like-
The girl
Yeah.
could have been done a long time
Yeah.
ago. And the dude thinks it's just
My end
it
date
just
is
ended.
the moment I decided to like check out. That's when I'm
Yeah.
done. That's my timeline.
Mm.
Yeah, I
So
can't. Yeah.
So since technically you didn't have like a petty breakup story, do you have a petty story in general?
In a
Like a
relationship?
story of when you were petty, even out of a relationship, just in
In
life.
general.
Me being petty. Wow, y'all trying to put me in the.
We want the tea.
Y'all trying to put me out. Do I have a time of me being petty? Just
Yes.
period with the girl.
And maybe you wasn't petty. Maybe they just thought you was petty, and you was like, I
Yeah.
don't think I was petty in this situation.
Or you
What do
think
y'all
someone else was being petty?
I mean, I had one time when I took a girl out. Nah, I ain't gonna
No,
Next question.
that happens all the
Okay,
time.
You gotta
Yes,
tread
ma'am.
lightly.
Right, right.
It happens.
It's on
It happens.
care.
Party.
So you was petty, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Let me just keep it at that, man.
Anybody have a petty anything they've done after a breakup that was petty?
Honestly, I don't have. Okay, I can't answer that question, but
Okay.
y'all, I need some advice.
All right.
What do I do,
Oh God.
y'all?
Okay.
Okay, so
Talk to me. I got you.
whew. All right. So, like I said, I'm recently-ish single, and so I've gotten back on the dating scene. And I was out with my friends. I met this guy out, and honestly, when I met him, I wasn't checking for him, but he was the one who was most persistent.
Okay.
So at the end of the night, we exchanged numbers. It was cool. We went out on a date maybe like 2 weeks after exchanging numbers. And we actually ended up going out like probably in total like 4 to 5 times. So at this time, him and I are both connecting because like he bought a house like a day after he closed, the day after I closed. So like we're connecting on the fact that like, you know, he has a house, I have a house. We're like really connecting on that level. And let me remind y'all, I've been to his house once.
Right.
So I see on his social media he's like getting ready for a party, and I was just like, dang, like no invite. And he was like, oh, I really don't think you want to come to this party. I'm like, what does that mean?
Is this an engagement party or what?
Oh my God.
Wait, Nikki, please send it.
I need
No,
to know.
hurry up. Yeah, hurry up.
All right.
Yeah,
So I'm
please
like,
finish. Like,
what do
yeah,
you
'cause,
mean?
like,
Like, I
what?
don't want to come to this party. He's like, no, I know you. You just want to be here. I'm like, dang, like, what do you mean? So, you know, the day comes around and all of a sudden I go back to his story. I click. It's a gender reveal.
Oh my gosh. Go to hell. For him?
Jori,
So
who else?
I look, it's a gender reveal for him and a girl. And
Fear man.
For life.
I'm not gonna lie.
and I
Land so we can give opinions. Yeah. Hurry up and land, Nikki.
I don't know how it can land because there's no
There's no
land.
land.
Okay.
There's no ground to land on.
We're
But
mid-air.
all I know is
She's
he
flying.
has a gender reveal. No,
What do you do?
what did I
block.
do?
Stop
Wait,
talking to
how you
him.
block? Thank you.
Stop
For sure.
talking to him immediately.
But
It doesn't
I'm
even,
not
you
gonna-
don't even need to
Yeah.
That's like,
have
yeah.
another
It's
conversation
over.
with him ever again.
It's
Ever.
over.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so. That's like
that's just
disrespectful.
Wait, hold on. Nikki, what do you need advice on?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
How to address, to charge
Like,
his ass
do
up
I-
to send
Yeah, no,
somebody to his
literally.
house and
Because
send some hitters to get him.
Okay.
No,
Good
because
thing.
for me, I said, LOL, congratulations.
And I wouldn't even done that.
I'm not
My
gonna lie.
pride.
'Cause,
What else do I say?
I mean,
Like,
if he was just having a gender reveal just to have one, he not with the girl and he didn't want to tell.
No,
That's the thing, I don't know.
That's
Doesn't.
unacceptable.
That's
Y'all had sex at least
You
6
need
months
to
ago.
tell me.
I mean, yeah.
And you need to invite
there's
me.
My thing is,
I need
like-
to be there,
excuse.
actually.
There's no excuse for that. I ain't
Did
just
she say that?
fine that, bro. You
My
tripping.
biggest thing when it comes
You
to that
tripping,
though
brother.
is not she has sex.
No,
She-
not me.
He had sex with the
Yeah.
with the
You know,
literally,
and
the
that's the reason
expecting.
why I'm also kind of like, it's a little bit easier because him
Yeah.
and I have never.
He should have told you he had a child on the way.
Yeah, he should have. He should have.
But
Let's keep it G, because
yeah.
if he's taking you serious, it's gonna come out regardless. Like,
Yeah.
my take on that though is we follow each other. You knew I was gonna see that. So why would you not already tell me that to begin with? Because something like that has happened to me and I'm like, you just think I wasn't gonna see this shit? Like
No
why
offense.
as a man, why
No
mute me?
respect.
You know what I mean?
No,
At that
Jori,
point, Nikki,
no
you
offense.
don't need an explanation because it's just like
He doesn't even.
I was going to see that and you chose to say nothing to me. Like I don't need no type of warning or heads up. That's weird.
I'll be real. A lot of these men are not really social media savvy, so they're not really. They don't care. Like
You know how to
they
unfollow
forgot. No,
somebody,
they
though.
forgot that y'all are following each other. Like they don't really.
But you
care
responded
about
to
that.
my DM, so
Right,
you knew I was going to be able
because
to watch
hello,
that and,
hello,
and reply.
Hello.
Paulette.
No shade, y'all are giving no shade, and I hate to sound like a man hater, but y'all just giving men a lot of
No,
credit.
Paulette is
I'm
giving
not-
men a
I'm
lot of
just
credit.
saying,
They
like-
don't know social media.
It's not that. It's just a lot of these men
Please.
don't really be in social media
No.
heavy like us. Like,
Paulette.
because I would do that.
I
I would
think-
do that.
I think the answer is he
I mean,
does not care. He
Yeah,
does
he
not
doesn't care to do that.
So it's not that he doesn't know, he doesn't
But he doesn't care to do the needful. He doesn't care.
The
like,
fact that he said I'm
But
going
I-
to a party, he didn't even care if you found out. He want I'm outside today.
That's what I meant. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to sound like I was, team men, but I am team men.
But
But,
okay,
didn't
to
mean
add like fuel to the fire, y'all. He's been texting me.
he
Well, of
should be
course.
blocked.
course,
He should
yeah.
be blocked. He
I
should
haven't
taken-
responded. I have not responded.
It should be
But it's
inside
like,
phone.
I think you know what to do.
Is
Yeah,
he,
no, block.
he got
Don't let
As
curiosity.
a friend, don't
He
let
don't
him have
play
no
or
access to
nothing.
you.
Block
Nikki.
him.
I feel like
shouldn't have
please
any
don't let
access.
curiosity kill that
Yeah,
cat.
or just-
it ain't nothing he can say
beat up.
that will
It's
make that
plenty more.
justifiable.
Hey,
I'm
it's
trying to
plenty
block.
more. It's
Okay.
Yeah, I
plenty
don't
more out there.
understand.
Alright.
Like, yeah, the door should
Yeah.
really
I believe
be
y'all.
shut.
I believe
the
y'all.
key locked and
I'm
thrown
telling
away.
you, there's nothing that man can say. Like I'm telling you, there's got to be something we don't know.
Yeah, Nikki, you're not telling us all the story. It's okay if you don't.
Is
you
it
don't have
Pete?
to.
Like who was the
Like-
guy?
Yeah, let me know because like
Is it
he's
Jeff
getting so
Bezos?
much special treatment.
What's making the answer? What's making the answer so
so hard?
Why do you need advice? Honestly, that's
The guy must be Lil Dad.
That's what it's like.
Guys,
Who buys 7-bedroom houses like that?
Oh, okay.
Well, that was the first red flag.
Y'all know how. Y'all already know if you live in McKinney, you live in Prosper,
you
you live in Allen, Forney. Listen, Loki Garland, you have a family. And I call y'all immediately. Oh, you have a family. As soon as you say where you live,
what are you doing out there?
Where's your family?
What are you doing all the way out there?
Too.
In DeSoto, Cedar Hill,
where's your family?
What are you
So
doing?
let me ask y'all this. So,
On the way.
are y'all more willing to give dudes second chances who got a little bit more,
Absolutely.
shit in the bank, a little bit more shit going on, a little bit more
Hey, look, I'm
Let's
not
be
gonna lie.
real.
I'm not gonna lie. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie. Yes. Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sorry.
All right, man. I'm gonna forgive you this
I'm
time.
sorry.
But next time.
I think it depends on what the
funds are
second
funding.
chance is for. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like this situation, I can't give a second chance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like if it was just like something that I would deal with from a broke man,
Golly. I
But
mean, broke men
and
do
then it
gender
goes back to
reveal.
ghosting. Then y'all ghosting, right?
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. I don't think mine is the same across the board. I'm so sorry. Like, but I think when we start tapping into like Jeff Bezos money, then yeah, cool. But like,
Of course.
let's not even say Jeff Bezos. Like let's say it's I don't know.
You got M&Ms. You got a couple million.
Yeah, you have NBA players. You
Yeah,
have
that's what I'm
you
saying.
have
I
soccer.
mean-
You have soccer players like. Let's say it's a
If it was
soccer
David
player.
Beckham, I
I'm
ain't coming
so
off him ever.
okay,
Ever.
No, I feel
So,
you.
See what I
No,
did there,
I feel
fellas?
that. No,
I
I
got
feel that.
Ever.
But David Beckham
Like,
is not
Some
because.
money, man. Get you some money first.
I mean,
But I'm
Get
not
you
gonna
some
lie.
money, no
That's what I'm
matter
gonna say.
what,
I feel
fellas.
like for me, it's the same across the board. I would love to sit here and be like, no, but like, it's just
Till
it's
the
same
situation.
across
That's
the
real.
board.
That's
Yeah,
just
and that's
real,
you know,
real.
yeah, like,
Be
I'm
real.
sorry
Be
because
real.
That's
I
a
don't know.
real
Like I've
good
dealt
answer.
with like for me, I've dealt with guys that have money, and I think it's just. It always has came with a manipulation factor, and that's what I can't like. You know what I mean? And that's why I just have to draw the line and just be like, bro, there's nothing that you can do that's gonna like change my mind.
So like, how do y'all feel about Carisha then? She stayed after a whole like child.
I just feel like they got their whole situation.
Yeah.
going on. It's like,
I feel
Hollywood.
like she's
What I've
cool
learned
with
from
it.
Hollywood relationships, I'm not Hollywood by any means, but
Yeah.
just know that they're into different things that we're not into. You know
Or
what I'm
two,
saying?
and
Or
it's-
we haven't been exposed, or some people haven't been exposed.
Right.
to.
I wouldn't even say just Hollywood too. There are some people that just like have an understanding, like this is what
Yeah.
we're doing, like,
And
and
we're
they don't
cool
care
with
about
that.
outside. Where we're not here to fit standards. We're doing
Yeah.
what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
I
like
feel like if
even
it
like
works-
speaking on that, like even if you look at like Blueface and Jaden, which
no,
recently,
bad example.
no, it is true. But if you think about it, like recently they just got engaged, but think about everything that he has put her through publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like she already knew what she was signing up for, but she kind of like stayed down for the, for the come up.
See,
What
I feel like
come
he's
up?
there for the money.
What come up, guys?
Let me just
Wait, hold on. Who's there for money? Jori?
Blueface. Oh, absolutely.
I feel like yeah.
If y'all don't realize,
it's not Jaden.
no,
Yeah.
Jaden
Blueface is a pimp.
No.
Blueface is comfortable
P.
pimping his baby mama.
Capital P.
No, literally.
Talk about MILF music.
He's publicly
Well,
pimping his
Storm
baby
ones
mama.
at SoFi Stadium in the suite. You had a strip club in the suite.
When he was
No.
like, "I'm a badass," I'm like, "Wow."
And I'm
Not
sure
even
like
just that,
a
like
Barbie.
recently they got engaged, which is kind of crazy to me because they have been in the limelight publicly. Like it's literally been like a triangle, between Blueface, Jaden, Krishan. But like we said, like I really do feel like Blueface is in it for the money. Because if you see, like Jaden recently just signed to Columbia
Records.
Can you pause real quick? Like they keep saying that, and they didn't post it on their pages. Like they keep
Columbia
saying, yeah. Like
Records.
what is it like a subsidiary?
Maybe a subset, I don't know, but she signed to something. But even if you realize, like, it's so crazy. When I looked at the video, like, of her signing, like, he comes in, like, giving her, like, a shoulder rub.
I was like, what business table is this? And why is she wearing a Letterman? Like, is that
Boy
the
said, we own y'all now. We own y'all now. I was like, God
Literally,
damn.
like, she signed into, like, what's past the 360? Because I feel like that's where she's at, y'all.
A 720.
720.
no deal? No deal.
I'm crying. No, Blueface is a pimp for real though.
Yeah, that's a Ponzi.
I truly believe that. But the thing is, a lot of people say that Jaden is only with Blueface for his money. But the thing is,
I never heard that one.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like Jaden is like, I almost feel bad for her because she was truly groomed. She's been with this man since she was 14 years old. Like, what else is she gonna do with her life? Not what is she gonna do with her life, but when you've known a man for half of your life, like you don't know anything but him. Like the probability of you leaving him is very small. And I don't really know. She doesn't talk much about her family, her mom. I don't really know if she has a support system outside of Blueface. She has 2 kids with him.
This is the definition of when you stayed way too long.
Yeah.
Like she honestly missed the door of leaving a long time.
Yeah.
And
She never
honestly,
wanted to leave.
after baby number 2, that's when you would have. Because listen, one thing about me.
After baby, everything he put
or before.
Wait,
Or
like
before baby number 2,
hold
she
on.
wasn't ever
I don't know the state of the relationship when like they had the first and second baby, right? So after he would have left me for Krishan, I would have been done because
That's what I'm
low-key-
saying.
But I'm just saying, like,
No, I'm
you know,
just, when
did she have the baby when he was with
So
Krishan?
he had the second baby when he was with Krishan. She had the second baby when he was with Krishan.
Sorry.
Wow.
abort the baby or
No,
what
no,
was
no,
she?
no. Abort, like what I said. My bad. Oh my God, y'all.
Both. Just kidding.
Oh
I'm
my
just saying,
God.
like, I just feel like, honestly, I don't even want to call it mental illness. I just feel like it's sad because she stayed way too long.
Yeah, she stayed
Like,
way too
real
long.
talk.
I don't feel. I mean,
I don't ever want to be a Jaden.
I don't ever, and I'm so sorry because I mean, Blessing says she's doing whatever makes her happy, but I do feel like it's just unfortunate because yes, he has put her through so much and like so much public humiliation to the point where he also has another baby mom in the course of their relationship. You know what I mean? Because technically they never really broke up.
Is she
or whatever.
embarrassed? I feel like she likes
And
it.
I don't know. I feel like she's okay with it. Just what we talked about, people are okay with certain situations. I think she knows her dude, and she knows like we weren't together, so what can I do? I think that's what she's coming from.
I think she knows that
but
he's a pimp, y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
she's never coming off of
Man,
him.
sometimes you just gotta let
Yes.
people be, and you know
They
we really
forgot.
don't know what's really going on.
Yeah.
You know,
Remember
some
I
people
said-
have some different type of soul ties
Didn't I say-
that it's
yeah,
just not
yeah.
meant for us to understand. Like,
That's
Soul
better than a
ties
soul
or
tie. That's
trauma
like
bond?
A, yeah,
Trauma
that's a
bond.
trauma
Trauma
mixed with a
bond.
soul tie.
But that being said, I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Yeah, heavy
That new
on
song
dependency.
is look catchy.
Bad little bitch in a
and
shape like a Barbie. Just the chorus.
bitch.
Blueface,
Just the
man.
chorus.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
motherfucker.
I like Krishan's song too. Like,
No.
stop
all right,
it.
y'all. So
I do. I like it.
I
Not too
love-
much. Hey, the Krishan stand over here. Just kidding.
I love when we actually have male guests because you know, like we have 5 women on this podcast, so
Right.
we can get a different perspective.
Gotcha,
So I
gotcha.
think we have to touch base on this list, y'all.
No, please.
No, we do.
Hold on, list. What
Okay.
list?
Okay. So there is a list that recently came out, probably like in the last week, about places that
Oh
you
my
should not
gosh. Yeah,
take
let's talk about that.
people
damn list.
on
I
the
saw
first
that.
date.
I saw that. Let's talk about that.
So they made a group. So a group of women made a list places men shouldn't take them on the first date. So like, let's just go with the top.
10.
No, not top 5.
Yeah.
Man, I got a disclaimer.
Number
Should I give
one.
a disclaimer before. Or
Okay.
after? I'm gonna
Please.
give it after.
Okay.
Okay, do after.
Number 1, the Cheesecake Factory.
That
Okay.
was number 1? Damn.
That's
I
crazy.
don't eat that on a regular day. So,
But this is
shout out
just
to them.
number 2, Applebee's. Number 3, Chili's. Number 4, Chipotle, and number 5, Olive Garden.
Okay.
So, and
I don't even
it
know
goes,
what Chipotle was.
It
anywhere on
goes
the list.
to.
you should read all of
20
them. Just
Okay, I'm not gonna read all of them, but I'm gonna read some other ones that go into it: the gym, church, bowling,
What's wrong with
hookah
that?
lounges.
Oh, you. Can
Wait, bowling being on the list is crazy. What number was bowling?
Bowling is a
Bowling
good
is number
date.
23.
It should be. Yeah, I knew it was low on
No
there.
movie nights, so no Netflix, no Hulu and chill, none of
No,
that.
that's no.
If
No
we're like that already.
No,
Yeah, no. Yeah.
no
see,
coffee.
I think
dates.
this is we're introduction
date.
dates.
No.
This is
First date.
First date.
Oh, first
those
date.
are good first. I feel like bowling is a good first date.
Bowling
That's
is
a good
good.
first date.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
My thing is, I just have to say, my people, man, we can't get too caught up in these memes, man. There is literally someone who woke up one day, didn't give a damn about doing none of that, who just felt, let me post this and get some clicks and
And
clout.
they got
and they
it.
posted that. And they got everybody in a frenzy. They got guys questioning themselves. They got girls
No.
developing standards overnight.
Bro.
Like, we don't,
Right.
come on, man. Like, you know, find out what your girl likes and what her interests are, and then plan your date around that. Don't think about social media and how you know what I'm saying. They could just stir you away from that because they don't have the same agenda you have. They don't have the marriage agenda. They have, you know what I'm saying.
Like a lot of people are playing checkers and not chess, so it's like don't get lost
the marriage agenda.
But I do feel like some of those places are a little bit ridiculous. As a first date, I'm not going to the gym with you. As a first date,
you're calling me fat. So
I'm not going to. What else was on? I'm not going to the movie. I'm not going to come to your house to do Netflix and chill.
Wait. What's wrong with a movie date?
I just think how are we gonna get to know each other? I mean, dinner is one thing because we're talking, but at the movies we cannot talk. So it's like we're just gonna watch the movie and go home.
Right.
I just think it's not a fair date.
Right.
If we're already dating, we already get to know each other. Cool, but a first date, I don't think it's a good idea.
I actually love a hookah lounge or
you can talk a lot.
No, you can actually talk a lot.
Y'all can talk.
No, Paulette, you're thinking of the lounge, like the actual Mediterranean hookah lounges. They are really chill. They're really cool.
We had a hookah lounge date on the show.
No, and that's what I was gonna say. Like, how did you feel about that? Because I'm like, dang, like even you going on that date. First off, it wasn't a solo date, so you were with the other men.
Man,
but I think it fit. That's honestly seeing that date. I think that's when I realized you and Tamara were like really like similar. Because I'm like, you know what? I know Josie, and I feel like he would feel this.
Of course. Going into that date, I was like, of course it was weird. I've never been on a group date with two other guys, approaching the same girl. But, me and Jamal, man, we came in there with good energy and good vibes. Tam was really enjoying the energy and enjoying the vibes. So it was good. It was good. So you obviously saw who caught the short end.
Yeah,
of the
right.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He who we do not speak about.
Yeah.
But have you or anyone on that, like any places on that list, have you taken a girl to any of those places as a first date? Like not just now, like not the Josie now, but like the Josie in the past.
My
Even
thing
the
is,
Josie now, shoot,
I definitely have, bro. Because what I learned is you have to learn your girl. You have to study your girl.
Yeah.
If she says, "Oh, I think a gym date would be perfect. I like that. Then we going on the gym date." If she says she like Applebee's, you saw what Russell did with at Waffle House. We finna rent out Applebee's, and it's finna be us in there.
Exactly.
Find what your girl likes and cater to that.
I think that's the problem. A lot of men do not listen to what we like. They just do what they feel like we would like.
You know how often that has happened, where it's like you take all these things about what I like and what I want, and then they come up and do the complete opposite. Like, why is that? Like,
that's fact.
I don't get it. I really don't understand.
Yeah.
But still, y'all, okay, what? I don't know. Sorry, back to the hookah stuff. I'm not gonna lie. When I think of hookah lounge, I mean,
it doesn't have to be for you though. You know what I mean? Like,
I just think like loud environments, eyes everywhere. Like I can't hear you. I'm yelling at you.
But that could be the same thing at a restaurant though.
Yeah, I don't like restaurant dates as the first date.
But it really depends on the.
Yeah, I want to like an activity where we can like be next to each other and get to know each other. Like I like that.
What I noticed from that list was what they were trying to do it was really the type of the restaurants. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cheap restaurants. Do y'all feel that, the first date, it should be a certain level of restaurant or what? Or should it be based off of your interest?
I think it depends on the man that I'm going on a date with. Now, if I'm going,
keep it real, y'all want that steakhouse the first time, Moto.
If I'm going with the man that has like an established career, I'm not expecting to go to Chipotle. Like, don't get me wrong, y'all. I love Chipotle, but not as a first date.
Yeah. That could be a sit down one day.
Like not as a first date.
To go inside Chipotle.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
They don't even have nothing.
There are people doing it.
It doesn't even have to do with what his career does. I don't even do that for myself. Like there's certain things on that list that I don't even do that type of stuff. So why would you give me a lower quality than what I'm used to myself?
But at the same time, I don't.
But I'm not opposed to those things. But like,
I don't want to put this perspective out there that like you have to spend a certain amount of money on me.
I don't even think it's that
for the first date to be able for us to be successful. Because there are people that people have literally gone to Chick-fil-A and had a first date and they hit it off and now they're married.
Honestly.
So
love that for them.
I just feel I don't know.
This is so triggering, y'all, because I'm not gonna. There was a point in time where I got dragged
for
on Twitter because I said that Olive Garden is the hood niggas fine dining. I remember somebody came and was like, "Well, my first date was at Chili's, not married now," and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, no, Olive Garden. I asked
the
people for Olive Garden.
All you can eat pasta.
I'm like, I don't want to go to Olive Garden.
I thought the world knew that.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Let me co-sign what Nikki's saying. It's not the dollar amount because it's not the dollar amount. I just think that as a man that's interested in a woman you plan on pursuing to assumingly make her your girlfriend, maybe even have a long-term future with her. Why not put your best foot forward? Again, it has nothing to do with the dollar amount. It's just that if you know that, like, even if you take her to somewhere like Cheesecake Factory, okay, cool, but bringing her flowers, coming to pick her up, like all those little things matter and go into the date. So it's like, why not put your best foot forward and even pick something? It doesn't have to be where we're spending $100 a plate, but even so, it's like, this is a nice ambiance for us to get to know each other. This might be something that she's never done before. It's a new experience for her. Like, why are men so against that?
My thing is, bro, the first time should be an experience. You're supposed to have a list of, it's not even supposed to be one thing. It's supposed to be, we're going to start off and get drinks. After that, we're going to get food. Then we're going to get drinks. Then we're going to find an activity or food, activity, drinks, or, in whatever order. Like,
but my thing is like, I can't speak for every man. But a lot of men don't do that. They don't have that mindset when approaching dates. They don't even have a mindset. They don't have a place.
Then that's what I'm saying. Like,
they
I
don't
don't
have a time.
Each man is in a
they don't have the
different point in
idea.
their life.
Yeah.
Each
They don't
man
actually have it.
has a different experiment. Like I said, a lot of these guys have never been in serious relationships
But still,
before.
too, but you have
We're
friends.
still learning. We're still learning. Some of them are still learning. You know what I'm saying?
Some people are too big.
Some girls
still.
Some girls
But, like,
may
it's
need the
just-
girl to kind of kick it off at first and then let him kind of catch up and realize what he got to where he can, level up.
So, okay, it's funny.
I'm just looking
glad
at
you
it
just
from
said
both
that
ends,
because I literally I was just in that situation and like my friend was like, no, you need to put the ball back in his car. I'm like, no. I was like, because he gave me a list of things and I didn't like any of it. So I took initiative. I'm going to figure something out and I'll let you know. Like, what's wrong with me assisting a little bit? She's like, no, because then he's gonna always expect that. I'm like, no, I'm kind of establishing a standard of my like.
Exactly.
Those options you gave me are not acceptable over here. So let me tell you what I like, and we'll go.
There's
from
nothing wrong
there.
with that
There's
because
nothing
you
wrong with
teach
that.
people
Yeah.
how you want to be
That's
treated
That's
and
why I'm
what
like, I don't need a man
want,
to do a
and let's see
guessing
if you
game
can
with
get
me
with
because
it.
I will be
Exactly.
upset and not talk to you ever again. So I rather control the narrative
Exactly.
just a little bit.
You have to learn
Just a
what they
little.
like.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna say train them how to fuck with you or mess with you. But
Josie,
you gotta
the word
know.
is training.
It's not train. You gotta let them know how.
You have to teach people like
Yeah,
what
that's
you're used
correct.
to. Like,
Because I'm never going on a coffee date. I'm so sorry. Like, I just.
I
There's
don't even
nothing
drink
wrong
coffee.
with that.
That's
Like now
awesome.
that I'm older,
There's nothing wrong with that for you. You know what I'm
devil's
saying? Like, just like-
advocate.
hold on, just because Paulette, you also said you don't like restaurant dates. I love restaurant
But no,
dates.
it's not that. But
But-
I think the notion of coffee dates, it has a negative stigma to it.
No, it
And
doesn't.
it
For me,
does-
for
no,
me.
I'm not talking about you, but to the world, a lot. Like if you say coffee date, the world will put you down for coffee date. That's a broke man thing. Like why is it?
No,
why are we
okay.
associating that with
So
a lot of money
let me
somebody
say
has?
the reason
That's
why
actually
I
a
don't
date.
like it because it's not even it's not a money thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
just the fact that this is how I conduct business meetings. This is how I conduct work. Like I go here for work. I don't want to be here meeting a man. I'm so sorry. I want to do something outside that feels different, that feels good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Going in the coffee shop, it doesn't. Despite the fact that I don't drink coffee or I drink tea, but it's still just I just want to feel like something different. Otherwise, why are you here?
Or even too but then let's talk about it too. I don't know. I just feel like we're cause we at our live show, someone said something that was very that has stuck with me. We make dating very complicated, overly complicated sometimes because even I used to think picnic dates were corny. Now I'm just dang, low key, picnic dates are cute.
Social media.
are cute.
People
but
are basing it off social media standards.
what's wrong
and
with
not
the
real
picnic
life.
date?
Yeah.
People
No,
are thinking that just because it's on there that it's not cool or it's not intimate. It's come on, man,
again,
get back
these
to
are
reality.
opinions of my own. I'm not, this has nothing to do with. So I don't think I'm making a comment because again, I could just go to dinner and I'm going to be happy.
Yeah.
That's good for me. But I just think again, it just I also feel like it's a cop out because at the live show, I remember one of the girls in the audience. She did say that she agrees with coffee dates because she feels like it's another way to essentially save a man's pockets. He can get away with not spending no money and we can be cool. But I'm like, even if you did spend money and it happened, okay, so let's say you spend money and it happens to be a good experience, then what? You know what I mean? It's just why are we so? We like to pick and I don't know. It's whatever.
As
for
a
me.
man, please be in a place in your life where you can, if you want to take a girl out,
Nah, you
dating
can
comes
actually-
with that.
It comes with that. It
Come
comes
on,
with
bro.
spending money.
Get on
As
your
a woman, it
stuff.
does too,
That means
though.
your priorities are kind of off whack, man. If you're not even in a place to date.
But a lot of men be in relationships and don't be dating. It's you want to be on the phone. Boy, bye. Go talk to your homeboy.
Sorry, y'all. We're gonna hop into the topic, and today, again, I'm glad we have a male guest to kind of, give his opinion on a woman's perspective of dating per se. We're gonna talk about the fun guy. So I don't know. Do y'all know what the fun guy is, or do you know? Let me explain it to you.
Am I the fun guy? I think I'm.
Okay, so in layman terms,
That's for you to answer. Like,
that is for you to answer.
I got you.
But the fun guy is basically a guy that you'll know who's good to date. He's a good time. Y'all can go to the hookah lounges. Y'all can go to the clubs. You can turn up with him. But it ain't never gonna be a marriage. Like, it's just like the fun guy. Like yeah. So what you think? You think you play that role?
Honestly, like, I'm gonna let y'all be the judge of this. I honestly feel like, from what I heard and my energy, I'm like the life of the party. And that translates to whoever I'm dating, whoever I'm with. So I definitely think I'm the fun guy, but I'm also husband material for sure too. I feel like you can be both in a sense. That's
but
just my take.
So if you can be both in a sense, like, how do you know when to turn it on and turn it off?
For the right person, for the right girl. Because, I mean, even though you're the life of the party, the right girl will make you sit down in a certain sense. You know what I'm saying? And make you kind of channel that energy and all of that fun into different things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I feel.
Okay. So yeah, to give the fun guy a little bit more of a details, again, like I said, like, you link up with him, you guaranteed to have a good time. But if you go out with him, like, it's always gonna be fun. It's always gonna be lit. But like, you may not care about like the details of his life. Yeah. So like, y'all haven't got into the nitty gritty of like,
right?
Y'all don't talk. You've never met his kid. It's like, he's just a fun time.
Is
like,
he a scammer? Because that's what he usually. Because I mean, he can fund the bills. He can fund everything. He gonna turn you up. But do I really want to bring him home to mom and dad?
Exactly.
Could he tell mom and dad what?
So ladies, exactly. So let me ask you: have y'all ever dated a fun guy? Like, have you ever been in a situation?
Absolutely.
I've never dated a fun guy.
What a fun time.
I mean, like, so I've never been in a relationship with a fun guy. Let me put a good spin it. So I've never been in a relationship with a fun guy, but I have dated and had fun with the fun guy. But I've never taken him past.
But that's what a fun guy is. He's not a relationship.
Yeah, it's not a relationship. But yeah, like, just someone we've had, like, y'all have someone you can call. Every time. He's gonna have a section.
But I feel like
every weekend.
A lot of times as women, I feel like guys are really good at that. Like, guys have fun girls. Like, guys have people they call up.
100%.
They're never gonna take that girl seriously ever, but they're okay showing up and having it be his bottom bitch. But women, we will date
heavy on it.
Literally, like, it's just like that ain't your gal. No, it's like, but you're always with her.
That's your girl.
No, but women, like, we'll have a fun guy, and next thing you know, we're in a relationship, and it's like, how did this happen? Like, this nigga's for the streets. Why am I claiming him?
Why are men so afraid to claim a fun girl as their girl? Like, you actually vibe with her. Y'all are aligned. Like, y'all share common interests. What's wrong?
No, the question should be, why are...
It's nothing past that fun part.
Yeah, why are we claiming each other?
It's just like, why would I need to claim you if we can just go home and have a good time?
But
and
it's
then
not
go back
that.
To
y'all actually are getting to know the person though. Like, for example, there are some people that end up dating a fun girl and actually like they're going out with one another, learning things from it. Like, they're actually building a relationship. It's because she's a fun girl. You don't want to take her serious. That's crazy. Like, you're building.
A lot of times, a lot of girls are content with just being that fun girl and living their life. So it's like,
I'm sorry. A good example is Diddy and Carisha. I'm sorry.
Why would I force anything extra when she's cool with playing this role? She's not tripping. She doing her own thing. I'm doing my own thing. We good.
Crazy. So do you feel, okay, so this is for everybody. Do y'all feel like, okay, so if you start dating a fun girl, fun guy, do you feel like they're able to transition roles, like, after a while? Like, let's say that you do start to feel them, or they start to feel you. Are they able to leave that fun guy role?
No.
Or fun girl role?
I'm not gonna lie. They never leave.
They
never leave it.
What it is.
It's always gonna be the problem.
Here's one reason, not the main reason, but here's one reason why. It's because the nigga's always outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga's always outside. That's mostly what the fun guy is.
That's what I'm saying. What if he makes that change and it's like, you know what? I don't want to drink anymore. I don't want to go out no more.
There.
Yeah.
His heart's still there.
Yeah.
He's just doing it for you, but eventually he's going to go back to the street. No, but that's where he belongs.
I do think that, because if a man's changing for himself, like, because there are guys who are outside and look outside, they're not outside no more.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I do think it's possible for someone to transition in their life as far as like being outside and just being like, I'm over that.
Right.
Yeah.
But dating a guy hoping that he will change, I think that's the trap.
Yeah.
That's the trap.
Yeah.
Like, dating someone being like, you outside too much. Just like, he was outside when you met him, sis. Like,
he's gonna be outside
he was never
when you
leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're dating a fun girl who is not wifey type, then like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna be what it is.
Because there are fun girls out here that just need someone to tame them.
Yeah, it's just because you.
They need sharpening.
I don't know if it's because of just
Same
the
for men.
history you may know, or just
Right.
you just know so much. Or, I don't know what it is. It's just.
I think it's just because you know too much. You know too
Which
much.
leads me to my next
As
question.
long as it's mutualistic from the time being, we both getting something out of
Right.
it. We're good.
Right.
Yeah. So what do you feel like the
Right.
cons, like the pros and cons of like just having a fun person in your life?
Wasting your time. Time wasted.
Yeah.
That's the
Literally.
biggest
Time
con.
wasted,
Woo!
and then feelings get hurt because somebody
Absolutely. Don't
eventually
catch
gonna like it
feelings.
more than the other. It's
Other.
just at this age, come on, do we really want to deal with that? We're
Nope.
getting old. Like,
Nope.
You gotta be
Nope.
mindful.
I didn't. You know, it's so crazy. You talk about wasting time, but it wasn't until like probably the last like 5 years I realized how important time actually is.
5 years, girl.
Oh,
Like because 5 years ago I was having fun, y'all. Like I wouldn't say I was a fun girl, but I was like just having a good time.
Right.
You know. So now I realize I'm like, dang, like I actually spent all that time with that person, and I can't get that back, and it's
Yeah.
annoying. Like I'm over it. Like I don't want to. I don't want
Yeah.
to now. But then it's also like a slippery slope because it's like you don't want to rush things either. Like when you meet somebody, you want to be like, oh, I don't have time to waste. Like let's just get right to
Yeah.
it. You don't
Oh,
want to
that's
be
very
that
real.
type of person.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: do you feel like there's an age where like women or men should only date intentionally? Like it's like
No.
You
Whenever
eventually
choose.
you have to stop being a fun girl. Like
No.
if you
Yeah.
the thing is if you have goals of
To
like
get married.
being having a family, being married, being a wife, you have to stop eventually. Like
Right.
you
Eventually,
cannot
yeah.
approach every situation
Definitely.
as fun. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's actually there is a point in time where you have to be
Right.
serious.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I mean, and
Definitely.
being a man and just knowing. I mean, this kind of sucks for women, but just knowing as a man that the ball is in our court. Ain't nobody getting married unless we really get on our knee and make that decision. Just
Which women are
Nope.
changing up the perspective.
They need to stop.
Women
They
are
need to
on
go
their
back.
right.
It's not
To the
changing
pers-
for me.
No, yeah,
No.
they are.
They need to
but
stop
just
doing it.
knowing
now.
that, you know what I'm saying, when you're ready, man, you're gonna be on a whole different level. You're gonna be moving way differently. You know what I'm saying?
So you
But,
say.
speaking for me, right? I can't speak
Right, I
for
feel you,
everybody.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
he's
a lot
making
of-
a point though, because
but-
women can say they're ready, but like he said, you're not getting married until that man
Until
proposes.
that
So it's
guy
like the longer you
proposes.
take to get serious with yourself, like how long is it gonna
But
take
like
that man?
y'all, like, I don't know, cause like I feel like a lot of women are serious. It's just men are not serious. I'll be honest with you. Like I'll be real. Like I can only speak from my point of view, but I'm just saying from what I see and what I see my friends experiencing and what I've experienced in the past, you can be ready and men are just not serious. Like it's always like I'm not ready. It's like what are you running from?
So if
You
you're
know what I'm
saying the men aren't serious, maybe it's a situation where you have people who are looking for permanent relationships with temporary people.
Yeah.
And then the people who are ready to be, and like vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like a lot of times when you have dated fun guys for so long,
Right.
when it's time for you to actually settle down and date intentionally, you almost forget that your type has to also change. Like your
Yeah,
type cannot
definitely,
remain the fun guy.
definitely. Definitely.
And it's hard to transition from dating people who like turn you up, get you lit, do all this, to dating somebody people who are like a 180 from those people.
Mhm.
You know,
People
take-
who are quote unquote
But two,
homebodies.
The definite,
it's
but
like-
two, I wasn't really talking about fun guys. I'm just talking about men in general. Like it's just in general. Like a lot, I've seen like a lot of people like I talk to and like we have we have conversations and they're just like, dog, like I don't know what it is. Like what's in the water? Like these men are just like their feet are so slow. Like everything is right, but it's like
yeah, but
My
I
thing
think
is
that
just like-
that comes with
The
a
thing
part
is,
of
the thing is, well, being a guy, like some guys, like there are a lot of different factors that go into that. A lot of niggas, some niggas may not be financially stable in the right place to do that. Some guys
till they drag
have
their
a lot
feet.
going up. They drag their feet. Yeah, even just coming from an African household. Before I think about marriage, I gotta have at least. Before I think, I gotta have at least. You know what I'm saying? I say that. Got it. But we gotta at least
I
have
feel you.
100K
Yeah.
No,
saved. literally in the bank, 200K because
Yeah.
how we're coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even though most girls don't require that for love or for to, you know what I'm saying, have that bond, people are thinking of different things to prepare
Right.
themselves for marriage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Different factors go into it.
And
That's
not even
all
just
I'll say.
that. Do we ever think like men are dragging their feet because they look at you and they don't think that you're ready? Like, and I had to like stop and think about that. Like, what are my actions? Like, what is the perception that I'm giving to them that they actually feel like they need to drag their feet on. Like, am I coming off like this fun girl? Like, oh, like I just want to have a good time. Like, I just want to go out and this and that. And we're not actually getting to the deeper level of conversation, because there are like, we don't realize we do a lot of surface level talking, like, hey, how's your day? This and that. But you're not actually getting to like the nitty gritty. And that's why I kind of appreciated having with the love experiment.
Right.
No.
Oh yeah.
So they had the therapist, I think.
She gave them good questions to ask.
Shout out to Marty, man.
No, for real.
Oh,
Marty,
yeah.
she didn't, I don't think she was in there enough, because she actually
She
gave the
should have
women.
came for us.
No,
too.
she gave the women really in-depth questions to ask, and things like you usually would be scared to ask somebody that you really don't know, but it's questions that you actually need to know if you're trying to date intentionally. Like, is there anyone checking for you back at home? Like, that's a really serious question, and some men were not able to really answer that wholeheartedly, you know? So I do think that at this point, like, we have to realize, like, are we giving off a fun girl perception where men are dragging their feet?
Yeah, or are we even asking the right questions?
Right.
And that's a really good point, because I think, and I know we were talking earlier about dates, and I think that's why for me, what made me less into restaurant dates more so, because I realized that I would go on me and a guy would go on 3 restaurant dates, and I realized after 3 dates, I still don't know anything about this man.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't had really good conversation because we're trying to speak over the waiter interrupting us, this, that. You're worried about how I'm eating. You're worried about it's like so much, and the conversation has to stay so surface level because we're in public. So I feel like more casual dates, even though it's not something I'm used to, I'm leaning more towards that, because it's like it gives you more opportunity to have a deeper conversation.
Right.
Because even like how Mari was saying, like, instead of asking a guy like, oh, how did you treat your last girlfriend, or like, how affectionate are you, ask them, what's she say? What's the best gift you've ever gotten somebody? And that'll teach them if they are an affectionate person. I was like, that's a good question to ask that. Ask them, can you ask somebody that over a dinner date? Usually not. It has to be in a more intimate setting. Yeah.
Definitely.
So I do think like being intentional about things like that will truly help mold the relationship, or even cancel somebody out early. So
Heavy on cancel someone out early, because there's been questions I'm like,
no, because have you ever talked to a guy and it's like you've been talking to him for maybe weeks or even months, and like
you realize
it's month 3 and you're like, wow, we are not compatible.
We don't know anything.
yeah, we're not compatible.
I don't know anything about you.
I don't know anything about
And you know a lot about
'Cause
me,
y'all
and
spend
that's
time
scary.
just
Y'all like
bullshitting,
spending
like,
time.
Bullshit.
You have to ask
Yes.
guys probe questions, man. Everything you ask this girl, you can really get into her head with just like 5 questions. Ask her what's the hardest thing she ever been through. Ask her like really peel the layers off that onion, fam. First date, why are you wasting time? Like, let's get to the
and
real
you know,
immediately.
honestly, like now that I'm getting older, I just realized like I was so scared to ask those type of questions.
That's really what it is.
You're scared to like.
No.
But now I'm not,
because
It feels intense.
like it's not even that too, and it's like I said, the types that I used to deal with, like they used to think you're being too in their business, and it's like
invasive.
no, I'm just trying to get to know you, like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because like there was someone I was dealing with, and I remember like we kind of got into like a disagreement. I was just like, you make me feel so odd and awkward for asking you actually important questions. Like the question I just asked you, any other person would not have taken it so serious like you're taking it. To me, it just gives that like you're hiding something or
red flag.
Something's up here. Like because any normal person wouldn't take offense to that question. Why are you taking offense?
Right. Like,
There's the answer.
is this the
There's-
real you,
you
or
know
is
what I'm
this your representative?
You know,
like,
and
what's
it's,
up?
Oh my
Is this the real you, or is
Because
this your
niggas love
representative?
to,
Real
for the
talk.
first
Come
30
on.
days, you're meeting their
said, is this
representative.
your
representative? Is this your
Yo.
representative, or is
The
this the real
first
you?
30 days is my
Wow.
representative.
By day 90, you'll know the real them.
Exactly.
And
Sorry.
you know what's
Will
crazy?
you?
No, I
Yes.
don't know, Jori. I'll be real with you. Like
These new niggas?
I don't know.
We in a
because-
pick me era,
Yeah,
man. It's a pick me
we're just
era.
in a different era.
I feel like that's
now.
the point in time where they can no longer fake it. So whoever you are is gonna come out at that
Yeah,
point.
like, 'cause I remember something even happening, like, even talking about the situation, like, it was flying over that person's head. I'm like, damn, we are not for each other. Because anyone for me, the point would just hit you at your heart. Like, you fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, normal people don't do this. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, like, getting older and you're maturing, you're realizing, like, if you feel uncomfortable talking to someone about certain things, they're just not for you. You shouldn't feel uncomfortable asking certain questions. Like, at the end of the day, we're supposed to be getting to know each other.
Yeah.
These questions have to be asked.
I feel like if
These
I
conversations have to be had.
constantly
So.
feel like I'm walking on eggshells
Yeah,
for
like
certain question certain things. It's like
Right.
conversations. It's like, and they're gonna be uncomfortable. Like, I'm sorry, finances is always an uncomfortable conversation with no matter who it is. But it's
Relationship
like,
questions are always uncomfortable.
it's gonna have to happen.
But
So
you know
let's
what?
just-
We need to get more comfortable with
Having-
having financial
Yes.
conversations, especially if it's
definitely.
someone that you're willing to take serious and think about marriage with. Y'all, we gotta have those conversations. Like, what is your credit score?
Right.
Like, what kind of debt do you have?
And it's like okay to teach each other how to like become better spenders and savers and all that. Like,
Heavy on credit score.
Not,
You know?
not to drag this out,
I
right?
feel you.
But I gotta say, for the other side too, some people have past traumas from past relationships that cause them to be defensive and cause them to do
But
that. So
Josie,
you know,
gotta
have
work
to-
on it.
You got to get over that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. You got to
Eventually.
get that hill. You got to get over
You
it.
gotta
'cause,
get over it.
like, if you want
can't carry that to
go,
everything.
You got to get over it, man.
thank you. If you want to
regardless.
go forward with the next person, you got to get over that.
Yeah, because like I was literally dealing with someone. I felt like I was like experiencing someone else's punishment. I'm like, damn, like I would think I did something. What's up?
Projecting.
Yeah, like what's up? Like,
So I kind of want to make a transition, and we can get back to the topic afterwards. But I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
So, going on to this show, and you don't have
Right.
to spill too much tea, nothing like that, no spoilers. But like going on to this show, like what were you expecting, and what were you like really expecting to find?
No, yeah.
Honestly, if I'm gonna be 100% honest, I didn't know what to expect going on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew I was going on the show to find love. I didn't know the details of the breakdown of the show or anything until I got out there. You know what I'm saying? So my expectation would be like, okay, Joe's going into this. You're doing something that you ain't never done before, something out of the norm for one goal, right?
Mhm.
You know? And I just feel that I should be vulnerable in the moment and put myself out there. You know what I'm saying? The experiment. And, you know, I did. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was going to go in just being myself every episode, no matter what, not letting that change anything. And if whoever I was meant to be with felt that the connection was mutual, then it'll be something. So that's what it was.
Did you ever feel? Okay, this is like kind of a messy question.
Come on, let's get it.
Did you ever feel that there was kind of like women want to like swap guys with?
Oh yeah.
Because I wondered that, like did you ever feel like there was like maybe a connection like between a guy and another woman that didn't choose him, and like
Honestly, like a lot of people have been given
Kenny?
that thought and that idea, but going into the house, I feel like it's crazy to say everybody's matches kind of came aligned like full
Yeah,
circle. Like there was no guys really trying to swap out for other girls. Every girl was really secure and locked in with the guys who they chose. So that energy was never there. Like I didn't even think about it till after the show. Like what if we didn't like this
Right.
girl? What if we want another girl? 'Cause
right.
from all the guys, the girl that chose us was the one that we wanted. So it
Right.
just really worked out for us. So
Loki, I could tell every guy that was with every girl, like that's who they wanted. Like y'all
Yeah.
gave off that vibe.
yeah,
And that's
like
because-
Tam was definitely my spec.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy because
She was my spec. Boo.
what's crazy is watching it at first and seeing her personality and seeing how she was interacting with the guys, I was
Yeah.
like, she has a very like she's like a very assertive person.
dominant.
Yeah.
She's like
She's very
dominant.
dominant.
She is very dominant, but dominant in the sense that she can still be submissive.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it takes the right person. And I was
yeah.
like, ooh.
And you can kind of tell that because it's like you would see her be dominant, but also very sensitive at certain moments. So I was like, she really needs somebody. Whoever comes in this house for her is gonna have to be able to show her that she can be submissive. Because
Yeah.
women, we all want to be submissive.
Right.
And not even
We
just
have to
be
feel
submissive.
secure.
Not even just be like, she has to feel safe.
Yes.
She has to feel safe in the sense that she can let her walls down and like show her true self to this person, where she doesn't feel like she always has to be dominant in the situation. Like that's where the right guy came into perspective.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of men don't understand that you have to create that safe space for women
have
to
to.
bask in their femininity. Like they will not, like you want this feminine woman, but it's like you have to have a safe environment. Like I'm not gonna lie, sometimes feel like you're always in survival mode. You want a man to like introduce you to an environment where you're like, okay, you know what,
break
you
down
here,
those
so I can
walls.
chill and kick my legs up. You got it.
Yeah.
Like, but a lot of these men don't give that.
Going
You know what I'm
into
saying?
it, like
So-
that was
not
that
all.
was one of my biggest difficulties, like coming in late to the game. You know, especially like providing that environment for her to know that, you know, this is the real me. Because at first the girls come in like, who is this guy? Are you for real? Are you fake? Or are you?
She goes saying, I feel like it's too good to be true.
Yeah, like I had to really, you know, through things that happened off camera, of course, and you know, throughout the duration of the show, like she was able to see that. You know what I'm saying? That my energy was for real.
But you were organic and open. I think that was like the difference between you and Jamal, and that made you a way better candidate. Jamal, like he was just so like Jamal, handsome man. Yeah, no, yeah, you know. But you were
just
actually,
because y'all was dying for it earlier.
Like Jamal was very fine, and but you were kind of like reserved, and you gave off that energy, didn't know that you were giving that off. Like even watching as a viewer, I could feel that.
It never gave press.
Yeah, like you were just always like, I'm scared. Like I don't want her to know how I really feel. But it's like that's how you get a woman to really like you. Like we got to see your heart a little bit. Like,
but you know what? That's why I enjoyed the show even more, because I'm like, I know him, and what I see on camera is actually him.
Who you are.
No, that's the crazy part. I was like, this is him. He
like,
even tried to change it.
Right. And the thing is, that's all that they showed. It was way, just know, every scene you saw, it was way more. Way
I like that.
I can feel it. Mike gotta go though. I'm not gonna lie. Mike
should have got beat up. Mike actually should have got jumped.
Yeah.
By the house.
Can you give us any like backstory to that, or like
why was
even
he so
like, how you felt?
Because for those of y'all watching, just so y'all know,
but I don't know. Can we say that?
I'll give y'all a little backstory.
I mean, we can say who Mike was. And Mike was also Mike and Bam or Josiah. They was both going for the same girl. And Mike was a little bit possessive with it. And I felt like he was so possessive. It wasn't even just like, oh, I like her. It's more just like, I like her. Y'all can't have her. But she sent you back and brought you back.
Like, you would have thought he was the one the show was about.
So, you would have thought he was Jamal.
So the thing is with Mike, okay, so just to give like a little bit of backstory, Mike was a original guy that Tam had met, or Tamara had met.
Right.
And she cut him like after the first date.
Which I felt like that was like kind of
very early on she did. And so then
was it really?
Cause he ate her shrimp. I was like, that's what.
Michelle, I don't really know. You don't eat off my plate.
But like, I don't want to give too much. I don't want to give too much.
Sorry, guys.
People
I mean, it's out. They can watch it.
I want people to watch this show. So because it was really good.
It actually was. Good.
So then you go to Josiah, and Josiah probably came around. I don't even know what round it was. Maybe like third, probably like third, fourth, round. And he was pretty late in the game. But then you circle back, and Tamara was able to pick back up with Mike. So whenever he came into the game, I kind of felt like he knew that he was behind.
Yeah,
most definitely.
And he kind of had to be a little bit defensive. So like, tell us your standpoint and like how all that happened.
I mean, if we're starting from the beginning, obviously I came in as a new guy, and you know, when I came into the house, Mike, I think he's from Houston or something like that.
Oh,
so.
he's from thing. He's from Houston.
So why he say, you know, he from Texas? Why did he say that?
No, he said you're from D-Town. He knew because
so
he's
when
from
I
Houston.
when I got to the house, he was trying to use us being from Texas as a form of connection between us. Like, that's my Texas dog. That's my dog. You know, he was acting like, you know, we were besties, we were bros. Like, that was kind of the energy. Like, what's up, Texas? Like, yeah. But you know me. Like, y'all know me for real. Like, the energy was just, I didn't think it was authentic. So I just respected it and kept it at, you know, at a distance, because we're not here to make friends. You know, we're here to find love. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got plenty of friends. So he got selected again. He got eliminated. He got selected again. We went out on that group date I told you about. The group date was beautiful. Group date was good. Like, different, of course, right? Being in that environment, but it was cool. Tam was feeling me and Jamal's energy. We was having good conversations, and Buddy was just throwing shots. He was trying to find every little point to be relevant in the convo.
Absolutely.
You know, we don't have to do all that extra, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just be cool. So, you know, we get back to the house. You saw what really happened, or if you haven't seen what happened, he was basically did a 360. You know, he went from that to being on some other shit, and
the real him.
Yeah, the real him. So on camera, thank God they didn't show what really happened. I was just saying that. On camera, I handled myself well, but just
at least I know he was handled.
Just know outside of that, that energy
Good.
was
Okay, good.
So my
it's
question-
laughable, right? It's laughable. The energy was not like that at all, man.
Right.
And that's all it was.
So like with the love experiment, right? Like I feel like it's like about getting people in relationships. Do you think society's promoting serious relationships or just everyone be in situationships and just have a good time?
I mean both. I feel like society's promoting relationships for clout.
Okay.
They're promoting it for clout, but they're in certain places, you know, they're trying to really bring back the whole monogamy thing and just making marriage back cool again. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that should be the agenda. You know, we have to figure out how we can make being married and, you know, promoting couples and that make that cool again. You know?
I feel like low-key I know this is bad to say this, but it does kind of start with the celebrities in a sense. We need to see more celebrities together. I feel like we see a lot of like situations just being promoted amongst like higher ups. Like, and that's who society looks. Unfortunately, I don't look up to celebrities, but people do. And they want to emulate what they see. If they see a lot of people on social media, like, for example, having multiple women in different relationships, that's what people are going to do.
Exactly.
You know, the fact that, like, I don't like to use this term, but like, you know, non-rich people be moving like that is, to me, it's kind of insane because it's like you weren't meant to move like that. That's for their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that was my question because like I always wonder like how can we get that narrative back on point of like getting back in relationships? Like relationships is a good thing. Like it's a blessing to be with someone long term and build. You know what I mean? But in society now they make it seem like, yeah, you can build with someone, but why not build with 4 other people and have a bigger empire? But it's like, no, it's kind of fruitful with one. So
yeah. So to kind of go back to the topic, I want to ask y'all a question. Okay. So I feel like we've all kind of dealt with a fun person in our life. But if you could do it all over again, would you take that fun person a little bit more serious than what you did in the past?
I don't know.
I feel like the people who were there for fun were there for fun.
If you're not fun and wifey, then we just gotta keep it at that respectfully.
Exactly.
Respectfully though, right?
Like if you don't have the full package,
it's all good. Like you
don't
gonna find you somebody who gonna be, you know, everything you're looking for. But we just, it's like levels. You can be fun, but you ain't got the business mindset. You're not on no power couple shit. Like you fun, but you just not there. Like
Josie on the nail.
And it's cool because you know you have somebody for you.
Yeah,
you know,
on the nail with that. I think when he says that, I would not do it over again because the fun guy there was no like real talk going on. Like I didn't really get that from him.
It's
big
like everything
boy.
is
Like it was
surface
just very
level.
it was very like living life on the moment. I just can't. I like to plan for the future. Like, you know, I like to talk bag talk sometimes. You know?
So to add layers to what Nikki said, say it wasn't necessarily a fun guy or a temporary person at that moment. Maybe you were just in a stage where you was the one having fun. I wouldn't say that you was a fun girl, but you were just having fun, not looking for anything serious. And a lot of times, and we could lie and say it hasn't happened, but I know we've all been in a situation where we was not ready for a relationship. We might have came across somebody who definitely was relationship material.
Right.
So if we think about that
and
person,
you ruined them with your fun.
Maybe not ruin them with your fun, but you just didn't take them serious at that time.
You didn't take it serious.
Looking back, because sometimes you may be like, oh, I didn't take them seriously, but then later on, you're like, oh, they wasn't for me anyway. But is there anybody in that moment that you can look back and say, damn, had I have actually shined my eyes correctly, they might have been for me.
I mean, I can't lie. Being a guy, right, and the ball being in our court, right, I've definitely came across some girls who were wifey types, and I just wasn't ready for that commitment at the point, you know what I'm saying? And just because of the respect I have for them, you have to end it gracefully or however you do it. Right. And it's just part of it, man. There's millions of women out here, man. It's like millions of people. It's just like you have to literally just find your one.
I feel that because honestly, I could speak like a previous situation I was in. Like honestly, being caught in the moment sometimes can really have you looking at things kind of incorrectly. Like you're kind of like your priorities are a little out of whack, you know, and then all of a sudden 3 years pass and now like your priorities are aligning with what they were approaching you with, and like it's kind of too late. You know what I mean? Because I remember those situations. He was like, "You were doing your own thing." Now I'm like, "Was I?
And
or was I just following instructions?
You were.
Was I following instruction? Like, what do you mean I was doing my own thing? Like, stop that."
You know, we was both vibing.
Yeah, low key. But you know, and so when I look back at it, I'm like, dang, low key. I should have been a little bit more focused dealing with certain people a little bit more.
So those people who, because think about it, we was having fun. You know, we was just like, we wasn't in that mindset of being intentional.
Right.
Is it possible to spin the block on those people?
I think it is.
Absolutely.
I
Is the door
think it
closed?
is. No,
Absolutely.
The door is
honestly,
closed?
No,
Or-
it's not.
Man.
Them to spin the block
Hey.
on us, or
I think
us
it's-
to spin the block on
Hey,
us?
I mean, I feel like the
sometimes
balls in our court to spin the block.
I've spent the block, and that block has
It's
been
closed.
shut down,
That's what I'm
boy.
saying.
I think.
And
it's a-
respectfully though, I respect it though. I
know.
respect it.
I think it's a cul-de-sac. I
don't
think that I can
know.
spin the block at any time, and he can spin the block on me.
It just
don't know.
depends
Cul-de-sac
on who
Nikki
you
is
are.
wild. Cul-de-sac is wild.
It just depends on who you are and how
Yeah.
hurt they are from the
That
situation.
not even
vice
hurt. Like
versa.
I feel like
I feel like once that ship is sailed, for me, it's kind of
no,
sailed.
that
And
shit
even
can come back.
no,
Yeah.
for me, it's
Yeah.
sailed.
Come
Like
back.
and even because even with guys, like I can maybe think about one person who is like, you know what, this probably would have been a good candidate for marriage, but I just feel like so much time has passed. Like we're just two different people. Like it's just the door's closed, and I don't want to open those. It's like for what? Like I don't know. I'd rather
No.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
you're a
mean-
fun girl for me, and that's all it was, ain't no spinning the block on that. We
No, like
So I'm gonna ask a question. It's gonna be a little messy, but I just because I want to get a little deeper, y'all. I
petty
also
pod.
see. Thank you. Let's get petty.
let's
So-
feel some.
So okay, I want to know a time, right, where y'all were dating somebody who you thought was temporary, in your head you're just like, we just have fun, and then you did something where you're just like, wow, I did a temporary thing with someone who probably should have been a permanent person. and what was that moment for you?
like you like to start off and share.
No,
Man,
I mean, okay, I could give an example. I could give an example. Like, say you're vibing with somebody, y'all chilling, and in your head you're not thinking intentional. You're just thinking, okay, me and this person really rock with each other. I really fuck with this person, and maybe you're just like, it could be something as simple as just like they call you and you pick up while you like with another nigga, and you could tell by like how they react to that situation, and you're like, well, you know what? I didn't realize how much I truly care for this person, and how like that
How it
was
translated.
something I should not have done.
I got you.
And now, and even though it's not going to change the like dynamic of that relationship,
Right.
you know that person's not going to take you seriously. no
Yeah.
more.
Right.
And you realize at that moment that you probably wanted to be
I
serious.
definitely got
Oh,
a situation.
definitely,
No,
girl.
bro, I had a
what?
life-changing
Let me
one.
tell you, I had actually
This has never happened.
I had a life-changing experience too. Listen, I decided to talk about a dude I was dealing with a dude I was really dealing with, and then y'all like a year later, I found the dude's picture in the dude's phone.
Mic drop.
Then I realized I'm like, dang, the
Crazy.
ship sailed a long time.
Wahala,
like,
wahala,
full circle
wahala.
moment. Like,
Wait,
what
he
we're
happened-
doing here?
He ran
to
a
you?
background check.
He
on
ran
him?
a background check. Was like,
Wahala.
found him.
For me,
Like,
I feel like one thing I did was
crazy.
I flew a girl out, man, and realized that, man, this is a wrong trip. You was a wrong person. You don't even deserve this trip. You don't even deserve this trip. This trip is for wifey. Like, this is a wrong decision. Now I'm stuck with you.
I'm screaming, not
Wow.
stuck.
There was a
Yeah.
TikTok I saw, and it was a guy, and he was just like, "Dang, when you end up with the wifeables, and you were trying to get with the you're trying to get the fun girl, like
Right.
and you end up with the wifey, so
Oh
you
my
like,
God.
dang, you can't even be on this type of time with her because she's wifey,
Yeah,
like you
she
know what
not
I mean?
having no game. She came out here for
Yeah.
relaxation.
Oh my god.
Yeah, not even that. But yeah, I've experienced that.
What about
Wrong
you, Nikki?
Y'all. So a guy was trying to do a temperature check with me about marriage, and low key, he was about to ask to marry me.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
You fucked that up.
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I just wasn't in that
you?
right
I feel your
mindset.
headspace,
You
yeah.
know, like I was in the space with him, but I wasn't in the space for marriage. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, fair.
You're
So
standing in the field, but you're still in the field.
So I kind of messed that up, and I definitely answered the questions wrong. And later on down the line, he like made it clear, like, you know, the table switched whenever I answered how I answered. Like he made it very clear. He was like, yeah, like I realized like
Those imaginary
you didn't want to
tests.
get like you like I could not marry you.
Try.
And I'm like, damn, like so why didn't you just stop dealing with me?
You know what's crazy? I would
Yeah,
block
so-
him, and that never happened. Cause I'm
No,
delusional.
literally. You
You're
would
not-
never humble
you're
me
not-
ever.
You're never gonna marry
On that.
who?
Men in Black. You
Thank you.
forgot.
Never happened.
You're
Don't know
never
what you're
gonna marry
talking
who?
about.
I'm never gonna marry you.
That kind of goes back to my question. Do y'all feel like your friends keep you in that fun mindset a little too long?
No.
Yeah.
I got some on friends too.
Yeah.
I got some on friends too, man. This is
hear it.
what I've learned, man. When you want more for yourself, man, and you really want marriage and relationships, I mean, you kind of have to start to surround yourself in a sense with people who want the same shit, who are on the same shit. I feel like I've been the best in relationships when I'm around my boys who are married or who are in serious relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because you're
Keep you grounded.
Yeah, to keep you grounded. It's like they not trying to be out. They not finna be at the clubs all night. They at home with their girl every night. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that influence, that balance, man. I feel like it's cool if I'm hanging out with dudes who are all single, who are all outside, and I have a serious relationship. It's like, you know, just the peer pressure, just the what can come with that.
But how do you know when to make that switch?
Are you ready or not, fam?
And how do you find the friends in a relationship?
Thank you. Like, you just go searching for them.
It's not about finding it, because I'm not gonna say just go find people who are in relationships, but you're not finna be with your single boys all the time. You just have to move differently if you want something serious, bro.
Right.
And I'm like, fellas, move how you want to move, but trust me, you gonna know, like, when you ready for something for real, you gonna move a little differently.
Well, then how do y'all feel about it? Because, like, you know, as women, there are guys who don't like when their friends hang out with their single friends, like, at all. So, like, do y'all feel like you would have to adjust your friends in certain situations, or do you feel like you have to, like, spend less time when you get in a relationship?
I don't think you have to adjust your actual friends, but I do think that there is a fine balance to the time that you spend with them. And I think there's a fine balance to how they affect your mentality on things, because I don't think that we realize that our friends affect how we view life more than what we actually do. You know, like, we're thinking like, oh no, we're thinking in our own capacity, but like, no, whenever you have your best friends, they influence you naturally. So if you have a friend that's just fun, you know, like
outside,
just like
might be just
you know, fuck these bitches, whatever the case may be, like, fuck these niggas, and you don't realize if you're around them all the time, you're gonna start to kind of have that mentality. It's just like,
definitely,
well, I'm just here for fun.
Definitely.
So if you like Josie said, if you want to make that transition to where you want something serious, then you kind of have to start changing your mentality and who you're around and who you're spending more time around.
Definitely.
To be able to get to that goal.
You know, it's funny though, because I have a guy friend who he almost got engaged to his previous relationship, but he told me the reason what changed it for him is that he went to go visit her family one day, and he said that it was just her mom, and her grandma, and there was no man in the house. And he was like, in the way they just kept speaking about men as if like he wasn't in the room. They just kept saying like, you know, I guess because I don't know what the situation that happened with her dad, but obviously he's not around, and by choice, you know. So she was just like, you know, just speaking about men in a derogatory term. And he was just like, honestly, like, when we would get into arguments, he would see why she has that thought process, because there's always like somebody tearing a man down and never letting a man come in and actually being a man. And he was just like, there's nothing I can do. I'm just gonna have to exit the relationship.
Paige. But
I'm screaming.
Not Paige.
Paige and Chris.
I just got
Paige
that.
and Chris.
Come on.
But it's okay. We'll leave that alone. Like, that's gonna be for the viewers to view.
A real point. That's a real point.
Or
man.
two, like for example, actually, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because I was going to say, as much as we want to say, or we get on guys to be like, you can't get mad at me for hanging out with my friends and doing this or whatever. I feel like as women, we definitely judge guys by who they hang around. Because how many times has a guy try to talk to us and be like, look who he hang out with? Like, he's not serious.
Like,
and we do the same exact thing. If we already know what time, what's the name?
No, what's T?
It's like you just see him out. You just be like, all right, they both on that time bit.
And it's so crazy. And that's
wait,
why
so
you don't
guys
pass
talk
around
like
certain
that?
people. Definitely. Birds of the same feather flock together.
Because the thing is, some guys have pride. They want to be the only ones saying that they doing what they doing with you sometimes. So trust me, we get our facts. Like,
see, I do
so
background checks.
Basically,
as you should.
So
everybody should.
If you have loose friends,
So
as you should.
He's trying to talk to a girl, right? And like, she been romantically involved with like 5 people, you know, and they may
Five
not
is
be
a lot.
they may not be your homies, but like people you know.
Okay.
Then
You gonna take her?
You just know their names. They're not your friends. You just know their
You
names.
just know of them.
Honestly, I'm not,
yeah.
brother.
So how many does it take?
The thing is, I'm gonna be 100% real with you, right? It's levels, right? She would never be wifey, right? But if it's my homeboys, then it's like, or it's niggas I'm associated with. I mean, we can have fun, but it's not gonna be serious.
So
just
does it? How many men does it take for you to know? Like, okay, so for a woman to be a wife, how many people can you know about?
Everybody. So you just talking about
question.
me, right?
Yeah.
You just talking about me because everybody thinks it's different. Okay, how many what?
So for a woman in your mindset to be like a wife, how many men can you actually like know about in her past?
I mean, I can know about all the men in your past, but I'm not wifing no girl who has just been with somebody who I'm just knowing. Like, I haven't, so I'm not gonna do.
No,
you know.
So it can't be anybody.
No, I just do my research. That's why I'm not the type of guy that's been in relationships with a whole bunch of people. You can never say I've only had 3 serious relationships in my life.
Right.
And I did my homework on everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
shit, that's how it is for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like
I can't.
I pick and choose. If I can pick and choose,
no.
why won't I pick and choose? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like it doesn't even have to be like a close circle. I still feel like for me in particular, like I don't know, like this, you know, it doesn't have to be immediate. Even if it's like a Dallas circle-ish, it's still low-key dubs. Like it's still like
my thing is, granted, you were a beautiful girl. Of course, I know you done got with somebody, right? But let's really do that history check, that ancestry.
That whole back.
Where are you coming from? Who is y'all people? Let's do it for real, like.
But what's crazy is I feel like you could date a guy and he don't know nobody. He ain't never talked to nobody you ever know. You're like, okay, cool. Like, you low-key like a new character in a simulation. Then all of a sudden, as soon as y'all break up, how you know all these bitches all of a sudden? How come a nigga who has been linked to nobody after you start dating them is linked to everybody? Like, what happens?
But I'm not gonna lie, that's happened to me too. Like, where it's not that I'm linked to so many people, but it's like you never know who I know. So keep it calm and real cute, because now it's like, yeah, I know her too.
Right.
Yeah, I know her too. Yes, I know her too. We may not follow each other, we may not see each other on a day to day, but just know I know.
I know.
That's why you should keep it cute.
Right.
All the time.
But men keep it ugly.
No.
That's the problem.
I'm not a man.
Heavy on keep it ugly.
Let me ask y'all. So, what's stopping y'all from, I guess, making? I don't know what y'all got going on in y'all dating lives. What's stopping y'all?
What is stopping
y'all from making the next step?
Chief Joe?
What is going on?
I mean, honestly,
Hi, Chief.
not saying that, you know, obviously I know that the guys kind of control stuff, but what's really stopping y'all, if anything is stopping y'all from really getting back on the dating scene, opening up back up, putting yourself back out there, if anything? Or are y'all ready right now?
Okay.
Actually, everyone. Well,
everyone give your answer.
Can answer.
Everyone give your answer.
So I'm definitely ready, but like I said, like the Petty Chronicle, like how I told y'all, like about the whole gender reveal, like that really, like that's crazy, you know.
So it's scary.
So it gives me like reservation, like, man, like, am I even ready to go back into the dating scene? Like, if that's what it's gonna be, you know, if that's what I'm expecting. So for me, I'm at this point, like, I've never online dated, but like maybe I need to try Hinge.
Hinge is gonna give you too many options. Niggas gonna be on
throw you right back into the vortex.
Shit. Maybe need to go
back
tonight,
to the vortex.
Okay,
You see the girl in the Moto? She was found him in on Hinge.
No, she found him on Hinge and lost him in person.
That's what I'm saying.
Hinge Chronicle.
Just kidding.
All right.
Michelle?
Trauma? No, I'm just kidding.
Reservations for dating right now?
I think it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm dating. It's just
Okay.
casually.
Yeah.
So you're putting yourself out there.
No, you know what the thing is? That the transition is serious. Like, I feel like when you come out of like talking to somebody seriously and then try to come into something casually, it's just like really hard to just be like, do I want to do, like, everything just sounds like, do I want to do this again? Do I want to do this? Am I ready for this right now? And a lot of times it's like, no.
Starting from square one is hard.
Yeah.
Starting from square one is
It's
hard.
very
Like, I don't
hard.
care about your favorite color.
No, I don't like.
Compatible,
I don't
bro.
care what you like to do.
Give a fuck.
I don't care.
No, let's skip that.
Do you want to get married or not?
Good morning,
No.
beautiful every day. Oh my god.
And the thing
Or
is,
what you doing? How are you? I don't care.
I don't care.
and I feel like
You're
because of
beautiful.
that, your patience ends up so. I remember
have
I
no
went off on
patience.
somebody, and I know he didn't deserve it because he asked me what I like to do. I gave him like 3 things. He was trying to plan it. I gave him like 3 things, and he was like, "Oh, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Do you have something else?" And I was like, "Sir, I gave you 3 things. If you can't pick something from there, I don't know what to tell you." And in my head, I was like, there's no reason why I'm going off on a man I don't know like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's too serious. That's when I realized, like, I need to reel it in. I'm not ready. Like, cool.
Jori.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
She
yeah,
out the game.
Established.
Okay. So cool.
Or what
any,
made
any
you decide
reservations
you was
before
ready?
before
Yeah.
that?
Oh, I've been ready for a while.
Okay. So he just
So-
came in doing what you needed him to do, and then I got
Yep.
I love that for you.
Thank
I do, real wholeheartedly.
Not
I'm living. No, for
No,
real,
but the thing,
like,
I'm not gonna lie.
I love to see it. Like,
but the thing
damn,
is, like,
you
because
know,
dating is
it
actually
motivates
hard.
you.
So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's
Like,
not
getting to
easy
that
at
point is
all.
kind of just like,
yeah,
damn, like,
it's
Yeah.
honestly
you go through a lot of trial and
You
It's
error.
see
like
a
a
close
sigh
friend
of
like make
relief,
it to
like,
the other side of the burning
Yeah,
sands.
I
It's
know
like
that.
I have
Like,
hope.
he's really real. Okay. Now let's just
other side
let's
is
just keep it
crazy.
going.
the other
For
side.
real,
is
like
crazy.
no, like honestly, like because I have married friends too, and it's like seeing them get there. It's like, oh my gosh, like damn, I can get
possible.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Crystal, you next.
The question was reservations, right?
Mhm.
Reservations.
I mean, what's stopping you from getting back to the dating scene?
I mean, if the perfect
Or unless you're dating.
like what they asked the girls on the show, if you
Yeah.
had the perfect man willing to commit to you right now,
Mhm.
would you have any reservations or anything stopping you?
the perfect man? No, but
there's no perfect
That's
man.
not perfect.
Yeah,
I think that's all that needs to be said.
Yikes.
Yeah, I just think that I don't know. I'm just what Michelle said. It's like it is kind of hard coming back from like a long-term situation and it's just getting your feet wet.
Right.
But also it's like I don't really have any like reservations for the perfect man. I'm ready and willing for the perfect man, so to speak, to come in, but it just depends on where that person is. So
I'm gonna give a very detailed answer because there's layers. Okay, so dealing with someone for like a kind of a long time, like now when you step out of that realm and now you're facing like the whole idea of possibly getting back into the dating scene, you have to unlearn a lot of like bad habits that you have normalized. And now like I'm in the period right now where I am like wholeheartedly working on myself. I'm unlearning things. I'm getting comfortable with myself again, even talking to people. Because even sometimes I talk to people, I'm talking to Michelle sometimes, I'm just like, he said this, she's like, Paulette, chill. It's just this. And I'm like, low key, bro, I'm in my head. Like, what the hell? And it's like learning not to be in your head so much, learning to just like receive what someone is giving you and just see it for that and not think like just because your past experience, someone's doing this, they're doing this. It's like, no, like learning to just be a little bit more open. And also like, I'm in a healing phase right now. Your girl been through a lot. So I'm just healing and just enjoying life. I think I'm like, it's so crazy because I'm not a fun girl, but I'm outside again. Like, it's like, they know
You're
like,
kind of enjoying it.
yeah,
Also.
when the pandemic hit, it's so weird. Like, I felt like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the pandemic, a lot happened. My dad passed away, all these things happened. So it's like, I fell off a little bit, right? And so now that I'm kind of getting into a newer me and a more healed me, I just feel like, why not have fun again? And so I'm not a fun girl, but it's like I'm just enjoying life again. So if you see it as a fun girl, but I'm just having fun. But I am like trying to mingle. So if you're trying to come at me, you need to come a little bit correct.
Come on with it.
Not a little all the way correct. But yeah, it's just and also too, I just want to meet a new type of men. Dallas, I'm over y'all. I'm okay. I'm serious. Like I gotta go.
Yes,
like
new
I
people
think
moving
it's
here
time-
every day.
No, Josie,
Look, that's why I said last
New people
episode.
over
There'll be
here.
more if
That's
you leave the
true.
city.
Josie, it's time to get the luggage and go. Like,
She
you know,
got Louis. She got the Louis bag.
yeah,
with
it's
her.
time to go. Because
No.
like I feel like, don't get me wrong, I haven't talked to a lot of people in Dallas, but I just feel like I'm done with Dallas.
Yeah. You said something
So.
when you said like you're just working on healing and whatever.
Yeah.
And I saw this lady who she said something that was like very true. Because a lot of times like when you get out of a relationship, you think, okay, I need to heal before I enter this new relationship.
Right.
But the healing stage does not start until you start dating
Right.
again. And you don't realize until
Yeah.
like you're meeting trigger after trigger. And it's like,
Yeah.
while I thought I was healing, I wasn't being triggered and these issues and things inside me were not coming up. So it's like you have to actively date in order
No,
to actually
right.
heal. Like healing low key, the people who like, I need 3 months, a year to heal, like that's a lot of just honestly it's waste of time.
Yeah,
It
you
is.
just need
It
to
is.
start. And also, too, like, it's going to be emotional, too. 'Cause there's been times where I'm just breaking down, like, bro, what the hell? But it's because, like, you're experiencing something new for the first time again. And it's like, it's so foreign to you.
But I think
So you just have to learn how to feel it and handle it and move on from it, you know?
I think that's what's important. Like moving on, like you said, like I did most of my healing like in dating people.
love
Like
that
things
for
kept
you.
popping up, and I was just like, damn, like you don't ever get scared of like getting out there until you open up yourself to get hurt again. You know what I mean? Because it's like you keep thinking, oh, this is gonna happen, and it's just like, no, like let somebody show you like it's a new opportunity. Like it's actually out there. I don't know.
Because I'm not gonna lie, there is like, you know, somebody, you know, he moving with the correct movement.
Hey, just never lose hope, man.
Yeah,
Trust me, like
honestly,
people fall in love every day.
And that's what I tell people.
And niggas are changing for girls every day.
Every
Trust me.
day.
I was one.
Do you think that's possible? Do you think that men change for women?
100%.
That's
the right girl is gonna change.
Absolutely.
He's gonna make him get on his shit. He's gonna make him
be faithful.
Not even think twice about looking at a lot of other girls. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna make him really try to lift his pants up and, you know what I'm saying, get on his grind and do whatever he does and do whatever he needs to do to keep her around.
Right.
Definitely.
So I do want to ask a question, and this is like completely off topic, but why we have a guy here, because I feel like as women, we know what the breakup stage is like. Yeah. And for men, it just seems like super easy.
It's just non-existent.
Like, do y'all experience trauma at all?
No,
like,
definitely do.
Is there a healing stage for y'all?
I love hard. So all of my breakups have been rough, long.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not the type to, I'm not going to speak too much about on my business, but it's like, I'm not the type to break up and then go through not just go through the whole mind games playing. Like, am I here? I'm back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for me to just be friends initially after we break up, because I just can't. I only look at you as my girl. I can't even look at you as somebody that I don't. I'll give you advice to go see you with somebody else. I can't even look at that or appreciate that. Initially, right? We can work to that point. Yeah. But breakups for me are tough, bro, because I'm constantly thinking about you, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like,
and that's just how every one of my breakups have been. Like,
so how do you transition into dating again? Do you have like in your set mind, like, oh, I have to wait 3 months, 2 months, or are you one of those people who is like next day, like you're healing through dating?
For me, it's just a time thing. It's a feeling thing. Like, it's all about feeling. You'll know when you're ready to put yourself out there again. Or you just really wait on God's timing, because God may bring someone into your life who will just be like, wow, like this person made me not really forget about the last person, but help with that transition. You know what I'm saying? So waiting on God's timing and really giving yourself that time to heal, to really get over those feelings. Shit, the next day you'll be with another girl, but then y'all get intimate or something. You be thinking about your last girl, like, man, like, let's keep it G, like, you know, gosh, or you'll just be sitting down with somebody and just be like, bro, you're not it. You're just not it. I'm finna pass out. No, you'll be sitting with somebody and realizing that you're just not that. You weren't that, like,
you're not that girl,
not that eater.
Yeah, I'm forcing this right now.
No,
damn.
for real.
You never want to be in that position.
Gosh.
You never want to be in that position where you're forcing it.
And honestly, Josie, that's the problem. I find myself in that position of forcing a lot. It's like,
no,
let me just step out the game. Let me bow out for a little bit.
That's almost worse than a breakup. When you with somebody, you just like,
I'm only here because I'm trying to get over somebody. I gotta go.
It's not even hitting for real. Like, I miss my nigga. I'm gone
for real. I gotta go. I'm gonna go back, actually. I gotta go.
All right, y'all.
Like, you should not be making me miss my ex. Like, I'm out of here.
Move correctly.
Best eater gone.
The best eater is gone.
Crazy. Are funny. All right, y'all. Wow. Okay, so this was a really, really fun episode, y'all. Like, I really, really enjoyed this, and we might need a part 2.
I'm ready, man. We didn't really get into the details of the love experiment, man.
We didn't. And so before I close up, Josiah, Josie, you know, we know you as Josie, but Josiah, is there anything you want to tell our audience about, you know, anything you got going on?
Oh, yeah. So definitely, man, if you haven't watched The Love Experiment, make sure you tap in. One of the best shows, man. Big personality on there. Looking for love, man. And, you know, you'll see what happens if you haven't seen it. So look out for that. A lot of more moves on the way. Nonprofits on the way. Really giving back to Nigeria, giving back to the community. A lot of projects on the way, man. So everybody stay tuned.
Yeah,
really,
we're excited.
Really spending this time to connect with the fans and everybody who enjoyed the show. So, yes.
Where can we find you at?
You can find me on IG, Instagram, Chief Joe, ChiefJos. I'm on TikTok now. I'm making TikToks.
Hey, okay.
Show me love on TikTok. Show me on X as well, ChiefJos_.
X is crazy.
X is crazy.
I'm
like,
I'm not even on that no more.
What about Threads?
Threads,
we don't.
Threads
Still
was
a
just
thing.
gone in the wind. It's
No.
still there.
Yeah,
No.
it got all kinds of information, huh?
The funny thing is, I never got that update.
Yeah.
No, I was like, how y'all let Instagram sign y'all to a 360? I'm
Yeah,
like, what
I
is going
definitely
on?
never joined that movement. No.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and check out. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode with Petty Party Podcast. Again, if you have any motos, Petty Chronicles, make sure you write them in to either our email, pettyparty12814@gmail.com. We take all of our DMs. Anything you want advice on, we are here for you. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms, Petty Party Pod. And make sure you listen to us on YouTube. And we are available on all listening platforms for our episodes. It is your girl, Just Nick, checking out.
And it's your girl, Paulette, signing out.
Bye, y'all. It's Crystal, aka Champagne Chris. Until next time.
Bye, guys. It's your girl, Jori Arlia.
And they say the well, not the best for last. Save the best to first, second to last. Anyways, bye, y'all.
And it's your boy Josiah. Nah, it's your boy Josiah. Checking out, man. It's been a pleasure, ladies. Thank y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Give me a
As always.
Give me a